Good morning, all you grandkids. Guess what? You're not going to believe this, but I had a special request to do one more set of bird cards. Do you believe me? Jackson wanted one more set. So here we go. We're going to do some birds. Now, these are the end of my flashcards. And I have to tell you, I have not seen these. I haven't seen any of these birds. But on the trip that Papa and I took to Cape Cod, I heard some of them for the first time. But I'm learning along with you on these birds, so we'll just learn together. These are the last ones I have on my cards. So here we go. First, this is a gray catbird. It says they live everywhere in the whole United States, but I've never seen one. I don't even know. It says they stay in bushy vegetation and they hide a lot and they eat berries. Gray catbird. I hope it's not called a catbird because cats eat it, but cats probably eat all birds. So this is a gray catbird. Next, we have an American coot. I didn't know there was a bird named coot. My mama used to call my daddy an old coot, and I think she might have been talking about this bird. This is called an American coot, and it says it stays on ponds and marshes, which explains why they're not in West Texas. And it's kind of like a duck, but it eats grass and it bobs its head down in the water and eats aquatic fish and things like that. So it said its head looks like a cork going under the water. But that one's called a coot. Okay. Then this is called a rock pigeon. A rock pigeon, it lives, let's see, it escaped from Europe and became domesticated in North America. It lives mostly in cities. Like if you go to New York City or Boston or any big city, you'll maybe downtown Dallas, you will see pigeons walking all around the street, leaving a mess. And they eat stuff that people will drop, but they're called pigeons. And if you ever watch Sesame Street, they talk about pigeons out on Sesame Street. So what is this? It's called a rock pigeon. Okay, the next one is called a cormorant. I didn't even know about this one. It's called a cormorant, and it used to live, it's common on calm, clear ponds and rivers. It roosts up in trees, and adults are all black, the male. Remember, the male is on the bottom, and it lives all over the United States, okay? It's called a cormorant. I want to get real close. Wait, cormorant. Okay. The next one is a great egret. It's a white bird that kind of reminds you of a swan, but it's called a great egret. They nest and roost in mixed colonies in trees, and they have a long yellow bill. Can you see that nose that on birds it's called a bill? They have a long yellow bill. They do deep gravelly croaking. I don't know, I never heard one, so I'm gonna guess it's like croak, croak. Can you pretend you know? Make a croak sound and let's hear it. Okay, that's all of that one. Next one is called a brown pelican. I like pelicans. You know what they do? I haven't seen one in person. I've only seen them on TV, but they grab fish and keep them in that long bill. They will go down and they will get fish in the water and catch them with their long nose. They're silvery brown, and that long pouch and that long bill is unmistakable. A brown pelican. Okay, next. This is called a red-naped sapsucker. I always wanted to see what a sapsucker looked like. That is a bird that pecks on trees, and when it gets to the sap inside of the tree, it sucks it out, and that's what it eats. It's called a red-naped, nape means neck, red-necked sapsucker. This is called a roadrunner. I think I could have done roadrunner. I don't know if I did roadrunner or not, but we're doing it again. It is has a long tail, and they are around in Texas, but I don't remember seeing one. I could have seen it going down the highway one time, but they eat lizards and snakes, so maybe we like these birds because they eat snakes. They are usually all by themselves. They don't hang out with other roadrunners. They're kind of a solitary bird. They're a bird that stays by themselves. And say his name out loud. Roadrunner. Okay, we only have two more. The next one is a great blue heron. Wow. When I think of heron, I always think of the ocean. Let's see what the back says. Well, it says they're widespread and they forage in streams and ponds, and they look for fish and small mammals. That means they eat rats and stuff. They have a deep trumpeting croaking that goes fronk, fronk. I think I made that up, but that's how it's spelled. Anyway, this is called, wait, let me see, great blue heron, H-E-R-O-N, heron. And there's one more. This is the last one. This is called a rufous hummingbird. You can just say hummingbird if you want, but it's a rufous hummingbird. Notice that the female on it has a lot of colors. Oh, you know what? They just are showing us the back. That's the back and the front of the same bird, I think. Let me read it. Common in forest, and they migrate to mountain meadows, and the male's color is overall, but the female just has mostly on her back. So that is the male and female. So look at this again. See, it has the real long nose, like the beak, real long beak like a hummingbird, because it's a rufous hummingbird. I think they got the name hummingbird because they make a sound like because they're moving so fast. Okay, that was the last of the birds, and now we've used the whole box. That's great. I hope you're memorizing them and that you learn all about birds. In a few minutes, I'm going to try to read you a story for some of you that aren't really into the birds as much. We will do that. And I miss y'all. Who would have thought, whoever would have thought in February that in July we would still be staying home because of coronavirus? We're getting to go see some family, but other than family, we're really not seeing anybody. And I miss y'all. I know you're going to look like you grew a bunch when I see you, but Marmi loves you. That's the last forever of Birds with Marmi. Bye.